Hello, my name is Shelby Merriweather. I am what I like to refer to myself as a live stream producer and a content traffic cop. So I help my clients get their content where it needs to go, when it needs to go, at the time to get the most views and the most likes, all of that great stuff. I'm paying attention to analytics, I'm analyzing their content, saying what works, what doesn't work. And most of all, I'm a squeaky wheel. Like, let's be honest, there's not a lot of hacking that you can do consistently to these algorithms. If your content is good, if you're consistent, you're going to get a following. I also refer to myself as a professional squeaky wheel. So I'm just making sure that you're doing what you want to do when you want to do it. So, all of that to say, I've built this business because I wanted to be home with my kids. So, long story short, found myself expecting and knew I couldn't work outside of the home. Daycare wasn't an option for us at the time. I didn't have any family or support where I was at currently. And so I decided, you know what? I have to figure this out. I have to work from home. And I've been so lucky to now be going on 4 years of working at home with my kids around. I have only gone to work one time, I guess technically two times, where I actually leave the house and go to work. Aside from that, usually I'm like in the midst of the chaos. The most break I get is right now they're at the park with their dad. So usually they're around me, and I'm balancing the act of parenting and working from home. And so I recently had a sister-in-law that was like, "Hey, I want to go back to work. I want to work in the house. How do I prioritize so that I am still an active part of my kid's life, but I'm also getting the work done that I need to get done?" So I was like, you know what? I'm actually going to record a YouTube video on this because I think that it feels like it should be simple. It feels like it should be easy to prioritize your to-dos, and it's just not. So if your mind is going 700 different ways like mine is, and pretty much every working parent's is, you're thinking about the dog, you're thinking about what doctor's appointment you need to schedule, and then you've also got this client work that's kind of like there, and you're like, okay, wait, what do I need to do now in this moment? Here is how I make it a little bit like less difficult on the brain. So I prioritize my tasks into three different levels, and I actually have a color for my whiteboard. I have a big old whiteboard, and I have a color for each task so that when I'm in those moments where I'm like, okay, I can't do a level 2 right now, I have to do a level 1, I look up at my board and I'm like, okay, that's a level 1. I'm going to do that right now. And then when I am able to get to a level 2, there it is, level 3. There it is. So I have three different colors, and I prioritize my tasks in those three different ways. So, first of all, level 1. These are like fairly mindless tasks. They can be done with the chaos, the screaming, you yelling or not yelling, we never but you like saying don't get into that, or like opening fruit snacks, the chaos, we all know the chaos. So these are fairly mindless things. For me, this is like checking email, not doing the emails, just checking the emails takes me a couple minutes, and then I'm prioritizing as I'm checking. And things like, for me, it's posting for my client. I've already done the content creation. I'm just copying, pasting, takes me a couple minutes. So that's level 1. They're fairly mindless. It can be done with a bunch of chaos around, but they're tasks that have to be done. Level 2 tasks, they don't require a ton of your thinking brain, but they're kind of a pain to be done, and they require that you're paying attention. So for me, this is when my kids are happy and distracted, when they're playing nicely, when they're watching a show, when they're just like outside, even in the summertime. A lot of times I'll work on my front porch and I'll let them play. We live in a place where they can just play. And if they're happy and distracted, that's when my level 2 tasks come into play. And I'm like, okay, got my list. I know what needs to get done. I'm going to do as many as I can while they're happy and distracted. That time never lasts as long as you want it to, but at least you know what tasks you can get done at that point. My final one is obviously a level 3 that requires my entire frontal lobe. So this is like when I'm drafting things, when I'm producing my own content. Like right now, this is a level 3 task. These ones are hardest for me to prioritize and get done because as you know, like it's always kind of hard to find those moments of like being alone. So this is like nap time if you're able to get up before your kids, early morning work time, even after they go to sleep time. That's my level 3 tasks. And they're honestly some of my favorite ones, and so it's always a little bit frustrating when they have to get pushed down the list a little bit, but knowing like, "Okay, this is a level 3, I'm gonna put it on my day that I know I can get level 3 done," helps. So there's, like, 3 different ways that you can, like, think of those tasks, and one sneaky little thing I didn't add in here is I actually put my tasks for my family on my board as well. So I have all of my clients' names with all of my to-dos that I need to do with each of them, but I also have my family. So when I need to call the dentist, call the doctor, like that is also a task on my board so that I'm not neglecting family things, that it's just in my workflow. So, after 4 years of the chaos, I hope that this helps a little bit if you're a new parent trying to work from home or you're overwhelmed. Aren't we all at times? I hope this kind of ranking system helps you prioritize a little bit better. Let me know how you're doing. I'm cheering for you. There is a place in the workplace for working parents slash stay at home parents. It just takes some creativity, but I am cheering for you.